Most valuable top 3. Single wheat penny can be forgotten in seconds. But some pennies refuse to be forgotten for generations. Buried within the shadows of American history, the 1937s, 1939s, and 1944s Lincoln wheat pennies carry stories of economic struggle, wartime sacrifice, and the relentless search for hidden treasure. Collectors spend years hunting these iconic coins, hoping to uncover rare varieties, remarkable errors, and extraordinary value hiding in plain sight. Before you dismiss an old wheat penny as ordinary change, wait until you discover what makes these historic cents some of the most talked about coins in American numismatics. This journey may completely change the way you look at a single penny. Welcome to Legacy Coins USA. Subscribe and uncover the secrets history left behind. Let's get started. Coin number 1. A forgotten copper treasure rests quietly inside old coin jars, dusty piggy banks, inherited collections, and decades-old drawers across America. Bearing the words Liberty, In God We Trust, E Pluribus Unum, and 1 cent, the 1937 Lincoln wheat penny represents far more than a single cent minted during one of the most fascinating periods in American history. This small copper coin carries the legacy of President Abraham Lincoln, the strength of a nation recovering from economic hardship, and the enduring fascination of collectors who continue searching for rare and valuable examples. Every detail on this coin tells a story, transforming an ordinary-looking cent into a historical artifact treasured by numismatists around the world. Deep within the heart of the Great Depression era, the United States Mint continued producing Lincoln wheat cents for everyday commerce. By 1937, America was still overcoming the economic struggles that had defined much of the decade. The San Francisco Mint, identified by the small S mint mark beneath the date, struck millions of these pennies to meet the nation's demand for circulating coinage. Each coin was composed primarily of copper, giving it the distinctive reddish-brown appearance that collectors admire today. While countless examples entered circulation, time would gradually separate ordinary specimens from the finest survivors, creating an exciting market that continues to grow nearly a century later. Abraham Lincoln's portrait appears proudly on the obverse, a design created by renowned sculptor Victor David Brenner. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln wheat penny became the first regularly circulating U.S. coin to feature an actual historical figure. Before its introduction, American coins primarily displayed symbolic images rather than real individuals. This groundbreaking decision forever changed the appearance of United States coinage and established a tradition that remains alive today. Every 1937 wheat penny therefore represents an important chapter in the evolution of American money. Turning the coin over reveals the iconic wheat ears framing the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, with E Pluribus Unum arching above. These wheat stalks symbolized America's agricultural strength and prosperity. The reverse design remained in use until 1958, before being replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. Because of this, collectors often refer to all Lincoln cents produced from 1909 through 1958 as wheat pennies, a beloved series that remains among the most collected coins in the world. Production of the 1937 Lincoln wheat penny reached approximately 34.5 million coins. Although that number sounds enormous, the passage of time has significantly reduced the number of high-quality survivors. Many coins circulated heavily for decades, accumulating scratches, wear, discoloration, and damage. As a result, collectors pay substantial premiums for examples that retain sharp details, original mint luster, and minimal signs of circulation. Condition remains one of the most important factors affecting value, often making the difference between a common collectible and a highly desirable numismatic prize. The physical specifications of the 1937 wheat penny reveal the craftsmanship of early 20th century American coinage. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams, measures 19 millimeters in diameter, and consists of 95% copper with the remainder made up of tin and zinc. This composition gives the coin its characteristic appearance and distinguishes it from later Lincoln cents that adopted different metallic compositions. Collectors frequently use precise digital scales and specialized equipment to authenticate examples and identify potential minting anomalies. Market values vary dramatically depending on preservation. A heavily circulated 1937 wheat penny may sell for only a modest premium above face value, while attractive uncirculated examples command significantly higher prices. Coins certified in exceptional mint state grades by professional grading services can achieve hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The most desirable pieces display strong strike quality, original red coloration, and minimal contact marks. These elite specimens represent only a tiny fraction of the original mintage and attract intense competition whenever they appear at auction. Error coins create another layer of excitement within the collecting community. Enthusiasts constantly examine wheat pennies for double dies, repunched mint marks, die cracks, off-center strikes, and other production anomalies. While the standard 1937 cent is collectible on its own, genuine mint errors can dramatically increase desirability and value. Authentication by reputable grading companies is essential because many supposed errors are actually post-mint damage or alterations. Genuine documented errors remain among the most fascinating discoveries in American numismatics. Demand for the 1937 wheat penny remains strong throughout the United States because Lincoln cents occupy a special place in American culture. Beginners appreciate the affordability of lower-grade examples, while advanced collectors pursue scarce high-grade specimens for registry sets and investment-quality collections. Major coin shows, online marketplaces, auction houses, and professional dealers consistently report interest in well-preserved wheat cents. Their historical significance, recognizable design, and broad collector base help maintain enduring popularity generation after generation. Legends often circulate online claiming that ordinary wheat pennies are worth millions of dollars and can instantly make someone a billionaire overnight. While these stories capture attention, the reality is more nuanced. Genuine million-dollar coins do exist within American numismatics, but such values are typically associated with extraordinarily rare errors, unique historical pieces, or legendary rarities rather than standard 1937 wheat pennies. Serious collectors rely on auction records, certification data, and expert evaluations rather than sensational headlines when determining actual market value. Nevertheless, extraordinary discoveries still occur. Hidden collections emerge from estates, forgotten albums appear in attics, and overlooked treasures occasionally surface in inherited coin accumulations. Stories of collectors finding unexpectedly valuable coins continue to inspire newcomers to search through old holdings. Every wheat penny examined represents a small possibility of uncovering something remarkable, which helps explain why the hobby continues attracting millions of enthusiasts across the United States and around the world. Generations have passed since the 1937 Lincoln wheat penny first entered circulation, yet its appeal remains stronger than ever. More than a simple 1-cent coin, it serves as a tangible connection to American history, the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, and the artistry of early U.S. mint production. Whether discovered in an old collection, purchased at a coin show, or inherited from family members, each surviving example carries nearly a century of history within a single copper disc. For collectors, historians, and treasure hunters alike, the 1937 Lincoln wheat penny remains a timeless symbol of America's numismatic heritage and an enduring reminder that even the smallest coins can tell extraordinary stories. Coin number 2. Hidden among old American coin collections lies a copper cent that continues to fascinate collectors nearly a century after it was struck. Carrying the legendary inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, E Pluribus Unum, 1 cent, and United States of America, the 1939 Lincoln Wheat Penny is much more than spare change. Produced at the San Francisco Mint during one of the most important periods in American history, this coin represents a remarkable combination of history, craftsmanship, and collecting excitement. Every surviving example carries the story of a nation preparing to enter a new era while still recovering from the hardships of the Great Depression. Long before modern digital transactions existed, pennies like the 1939 wheat cent traveled through the hands of workers, farmers, merchants, and families across the United States. Each coin was created for everyday commerce. Yet few people at the time could have imagined that decades later collectors would carefully examine these small copper pieces under magnification, searching for quality, rarity, and historical significance. What once purchased everyday necessities has now become a treasured collectible admired throughout the numismatic world. Production of the 1939 Lincoln Wheat Penny took place at the San Francisco Mint, identified by the small S mint mark located beneath the date. During 1939, approximately 52 million examples were struck. Although this appears to be a large number, the vast majority entered circulation immediately and experienced years of wear. As time passed, many were lost, damaged, melted, or discarded, reducing the number of high-quality survivors available to collectors today. This natural reduction in supply has helped preserve the coin's appeal and market demand. Abraham Lincoln's portrait dominates the front of the coin, continuing a tradition that began in 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent became the first regularly circulating American coin to feature an actual historical figure rather than a symbolic representation. This groundbreaking design transformed United States coinage forever. By 1939, the Lincoln cent had already become one of the most recognized coins in America, and the 1939 issue remains part of that historic legacy. Flipping the coin reveals the iconic wheat ear reverse design that gave the series its famous nickname, the Wheat Penny. Two wheat stalks frame the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, while E Pluribus Unum arches above. The wheat design symbolized American agriculture, productivity, and national strength. This beloved reverse remained in production until 1958, making the wheat cent series one of the longest-running and most collected coin designs in United States history. Collectors pay close attention to the technical specifications of the 1939 Wheat Penny. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams, measures 19 millimeters in diameter, and was produced from an alloy consisting of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This composition gives the coin its distinctive reddish appearance when preserved properly. Original red examples remain especially desirable because they retain much of the color they displayed when leaving the mint nearly 90 years ago. Condition plays a decisive role in determining value. Circulated examples displaying moderate will often command modest premiums above face value, while attractive uncirculated specimens can achieve significantly higher prices. Coins exhibiting strong mint luster, sharp details, and minimal marks become increasingly scarce as grade levels rise. At the highest certified grades, competition among advanced collectors can become intense, driving auction prices substantially higher than ordinary examples. Demand for the 1939 Wheat Penny remains strong throughout the United States because the Lincoln cent series appeals to beginners, investors, historians, and advanced numismatists alike. Many collectors attempt to assemble complete wheat penny collections, creating continuous demand for San Francisco Mint issues. The coin's affordability in lower grades and scarcity in elite grades make it attractive to a wide range of collecting budgets and goals. Error coins add another layer of excitement to the story. Collectors carefully search for double dies, die cracks, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, lamination errors, and other mint-produced anomalies. Authentic errors can command substantial premiums over standard examples, particularly when dramatic and well-preserved. Every year, collectors continue examining old wheat pennies in hopes of discovering a rare variety or previously overlooked minting error hidden among ordinary coins. One reason the 1939 wheat penny remains so popular is its connection to a transformative period in American history. Europe stood on the brink of global conflict, technological advancements were accelerating, and the United States was preparing for changes that would shape the 20th century. This small copper coin circulated during those historic moments, making each surviving example a tangible artifact from a pivotal era. Holding one today is like holding a miniature time capsule from pre-World War II America. Stories frequently appear online suggesting that every old wheat penny is worth a fortune or can instantly create unimaginable wealth. While the reality is more complex, exceptional examples of rare coins have indeed achieved extraordinary auction results. However, most 1939 wheat pennies derive their value from condition, rarity within specific grades, collector demand, and historical significance rather than sensational claims. Understanding these factors allows collectors to appreciate the coin's true importance within American numismatics. Professional grading services have played a major role in the modern market for the 1939 wheat penny. Authentication and grading provide confidence regarding a coin's condition, originality, and legitimacy. Certified examples often attract stronger buyer interest because collectors know exactly what they are purchasing. High-grade red specimens with outstanding eye appeal are particularly sought after and continue to represent some of the most desirable examples within the issue. Generations have passed since the 1939 Lincoln wheat penny first emerged from the presses of the San Francisco Mint. Yet fascination surrounding this historic copper cent remains remarkably strong. More than a simple 1-cent coin, it represents American history, artistic achievement, economic recovery, and the enduring passion of collectors. Every surviving piece tells a story of commerce, preservation, and discovery. Somewhere inside an old collection, forgotten album, family inheritance, or dusty coin jar, a 1939 wheat penny may still be waiting to reveal its history and remind us that even the smallest coins can leave an unforgettable mark on the world of numismatics. Coin number 3. Echoes of World War II still thundered across the globe when a remarkable copper coin emerged from the presses of the San Francisco Mint. Marked with the iconic inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, E Pluribus Unum, 1 cent, and United States of America, the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny stands as one of the most fascinating survivors of America's wartime era. At first glance, it appears to be a simple 1-cent coin. Yet behind its modest appearance lies a story of war, metal shortages, economic transformation, and an enduring legacy that continues captivating collectors throughout the United States and around the world. Few years in American coinage history are as intriguing as 1944. During World War II, strategic metals were desperately needed for military equipment, ammunition, vehicles, communication systems, and countless wartime necessities. Just 1 year earlier, in 1943, the United States Mint temporarily abandoned traditional copper cents and produced steel pennies coated with zinc. The experiment solved a wartime problem, but created confusion in everyday commerce. As a result, the Mint returned to a copper-based composition in 1944. Giving birth to one of the most famous wartime Lincoln wheat cents ever produced. Production of the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny took place at the San Francisco Mint, represented by the small S mint mark beneath the date. More than 282 million examples were struck, making it a major issue of the wartime period. Despite this large mintage, the historical importance of the coin has ensured lasting collector demand. Millions entered circulation immediately and spent decades passing through the hands of soldiers, workers, merchants, and families during one of the most dramatic periods in modern history. Abraham Lincoln's portrait dominates the obverse, preserving a design first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. Created by sculptor Victor David Brenner, this portrait transformed American coinage by becoming the first regularly circulating U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. By 1944, Lincoln's image had already become deeply connected to American identity, resilience, and national unity, qualities that resonated strongly during the challenges of wartime America. Turning the coin over reveals the classic wheat cent reverse, featuring two wheat stalks surrounding the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, while E pluribus unum appears prominently above. These wheat ears symbolized agricultural abundance and national strength. This reverse design remained in service until the end of 1958, making it one of the most recognizable and beloved coin designs ever issued by the United States Mint. Among the most fascinating aspects of the 1944 wheat penny is its composition. Most examples were struck using metal recovered from recycled wartime shell casings. These brass shell casings were collected, processed, and transformed into cents that would circulate throughout the nation. As a result, every genuine 1944 wheat penny carries a direct connection to America's wartime effort, creating a unique historical bond between military history and numismatic history. Collectors closely study the coin's physical specifications. A standard 1944 Lincoln wheat penny weighs approximately 3.11 grams, measures 19 millimeters in diameter, and consists primarily of copper with small amounts of zinc and tin. The warm copper color displayed by well-preserved examples remains one of the most attractive characteristics of the issue. Original red specimens are especially prized because they retain much of their fresh mint appearance decades after production. Value depends heavily upon condition. Circulated examples are generally affordable and widely collected, while uncirculated pieces with strong luster, sharp details, and original surfaces command significantly higher premiums. As grades climb into elite mint state territory, surviving examples become increasingly scarce. Exceptional specimens certified by professional grading services can achieve impressive prices whenever they appear in major auctions. Demand within the United States remains remarkably strong because the 1944 wheat penny appeals to multiple categories of collectors. Beginners appreciate its wartime history and accessibility, while advanced numismatists seek premium examples for registry-quality collections. Investors, historians, and Lincoln cent specialists continue competing for the finest known specimens, ensuring consistent market interest year after year. An entirely different level of excitement emerges when discussing error coins. Genuine 1944 mint errors can attract extraordinary attention from collectors. Off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, lamination errors, and dramatic striking anomalies often command significant premiums. Even more famous are the extremely rare 1944 steel cents accidentally struck, using leftover steel planchets from 1943. Authentic examples rank among the most celebrated Lincoln cent rarities ever discovered and have achieved extraordinary auction prices. Stories surrounding rare wheat pennies have fueled decades of treasure hunting excitement. Collectors routinely inspect old collections, inherited coin albums, estate accumulations, and forgotten jars searching for overlooked treasures. Although most 1944 cents are not worth fortunes, the possibility of discovering an exceptional variety, a rare error, or a superbly preserved specimen continues inspiring enthusiasts to search through thousands of coins every year. Historical significance remains one of the greatest strengths of the 1944 Wheat penny. Every example circulated during a period when Allied forces were advancing across Europe and the Pacific. American factories operated around the clock. Wartime production reached unprecedented levels, and millions of citizens contributed to the national effort. This small copper coin served as everyday money during those defining moments, making it a tangible artifact from one of the most important chapters in world history. Professional grading and authentication have become essential components of the modern market. Certified examples provide collectors with confidence regarding authenticity, preservation, and quality. High-grade red specimens often generate the strongest interest because they combine rarity, visual appeal, and historical importance. As collector standards continue rising, premium examples of the 1944 Wheat penny remain highly sought after within the numismatic community. Decades after leaving the San Francisco Mint, the 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny continues to capture imaginations unlike almost any other 1-cent coin of its era. More than a simple piece of copper, it represents wartime sacrifice, American industry, numismatic heritage, and the enduring appeal of historical collectibles. Hidden inside old collections, forgotten drawers, inherited estates, and long-neglected coin jars, these pennies continue waiting to be rediscovered. Each surviving example carries a story stretching back to World War II, reminding collectors that even the smallest coin can preserve an extraordinary piece of American history.